I'm already sharing my screen. I went on Chartable today, and as you've seen, Dan,
Can you enlarge that? Yeah.
butter has just been getting so many listens.
Wow.
Have you seen the butter Simplecast page lately?
I've been so wrapped up with the YouTube and the YouTube and the Google ads that I just haven't looked at Simplecast recently.
Yeah. So for the listeners, we're looking at a screenshot of the charting information that we get from chartable.com. Free service. We've talked about it before. I will link to a clip that we did of that in the description.
This is insane.
Essentially, what we're looking at is a list of how many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
This is like pretty high ranking.
It's a list of 18 countries that butter is charting in. The highest that I see on here is number 6 in Thailand for Apple Podcasts. Now, a lot of these smaller countries, what I've been able to get from this data is that if you get even a couple listens in some of these smaller countries, or not smaller, but countries that don't have as many podcast listeners, like you will shoot to the top of the charts. But I mean, there's some notable numbers on here. Number 6 in Thailand, number 10 in Egypt, number 12 in Guatemala, number 8 in Algeria.
All in the food category too, which is perfect.
Yeah, all in like food and
that's
arts.
a huge category for so many, podcasters. There's so many great chefs out there who probably have very, very popular podcasts. I can't name any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
That somebody else has thought about it, and it's just insane to see. In Thailand, number 6. I don't like how much brevity is the word. I think goes into this. Like how?
What do you mean by brevity?
I think I can't even think of the word right now.
Like how many listens would it take to get you on the charts?
Yeah. Like what kind of logistically?
It depends on the market. Japan is actually I think it's really, really great.
That's insane.
Japan is
absolutely insane.
As far as I know, a pretty sizable market for not only audio but tech just in general.
Yeah, and ranked 42 in the food category.
Yeah, 42 in food, 243 in arts. I like I said, I think it depends on the country because are there a lot of people in Egypt listening to podcasts? I don't know, and I don't want to judge them and say, "Oh, they don't." I don't know.
Yeah.
But from my knowledge of looking at these stats and comparing them to our Simplecast data, sometimes even getting one listen can get you on the charts because nobody is listening to food podcasts in Algeria or nobody's listening to them in Lebanon. But I have more screenshots. So this is just the charting information. So something happened in the latter half of May. The show was it ended a little over a year ago. The season 1, I think it was like the end of May. I think it was when it finished, maybe early June. And so the thing that you're looking at, if you're listening, we're looking at a graph chart of the amount of listens from May of this year until now. And randomly on May 21st, 2021, Butter got its biggest spike ever. At 511 downloads in one day. Now, what we took from this was all of these downloads were coming from Amazon Music, and there has to have been some sort of chart or if you like this, you'll like this, because this was the biggest spike Butter had ever had. And what I did was I took a little video showing from April, and then what happened after. So it's we're looking at a video of of it scrolling across. It was
most
6,
of these numbers
10,
are in low,
15, 2, 0, 4, 6, 2, 6, 4, 8, 5. These are daily numbers. 10,
the day before
20, 43, 511,
511,
182.
and then it regulated around like 50-ish
Yeah.
to 80.
And so now Butter is getting like 200 or 300 downloads per week, and we're not even in season. So I'm just like, I'm kind of blown away.
I feel like we need to figure out a way to kind of bring it back.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of my next point, was like,
yeah, that's a good indication.
So this was our charting history for Apple Podcasts in the US. When the show came out, it charted at 35, which was great.
Which is great, yeah.
And then it obviously went down over time as the season ended. But even in May, it charted again at 67. And it's not even in season. So it's just like, it's crazy. You know? So I think what we need to take from this is we need to put resources into making a season 2.
Yeah, and we discussed it before in previous episodes. I don't know if that's something, Nathan's a pretty busy man now, so
he is very busy.
I think we may have to find another host.
We might have to, because I know he is very busy. But that, that's something that we're going to have to talk about with him, because it is partially his. And the success of the show is, even if it's, whatever percentage it is going to be partially because of his doing.
Yeah, because of the host.
They people might like him as the host, and if we change,
honestly, he has a good voice. He has a good voice.
He has a good radio voice. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it's just interesting. I just wanted to show everybody that like anything can happen